Alright, the Chaos List. Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Alright, Hanzo, here we go. Take N and Z, then throw in a O. Hanzo's the name, and this is the show. It don't matter what the haters say, cause everybody knows at the end of the day, the Chaos List comes on Tuesday nights. Describe it in word, dynamite. He brings fire to all the masses. He rocks a hoodie, a snapback, and a pair of glasses. Chaos List, the second show of the week. Questions so fire that they make you speak about issues that are universal. We talk about shit that's controversial. Sit back, chill, enjoy the show. His crew is ready. And here's Hanzo. Peace. Woo! Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Chaos List. Do not miss this. I'm gonna say that one more time. Do not miss this. Peace.
Is there any stuff?
Yo, what is up, people? What is up? Welcome back to another episode of the Chaos List. We had a week off last week, but we are back doing what we do. Got the usual convicts in the house once again, and all the people in the chat over here. I salute you. Thank you for joining in. What's up, guys? How you guys doing today?
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know we was having Tony the Tiger for a guest tonight. Cool.
Hey, that's great.
That wasn't too bad.
We got all kinds of guests for tonight, you know what I mean? And we're going to start it off the way we do with our honorable mentions. Danny, are you good?
Oh, God.
I'm just asking, are you good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm ready to go. Ready to go.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Honorable mention number 1. I told y'all suckers was Danny's comment when he posted a video of May Ni Wen saying Samuel Jackson was going to be in the Book of Boba. Only problem was she was talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Do you think Danny needs to stop believing everything he sees on YouTube?
Yes, all she said was she was excited to see him on set. Didn't say what production. On set.
Shut the fuck up.
Nobody context, man.
And Hanzo is
Ming-Na, whatever.
Ming-Na Wen.
Man, Danny's got Mace Windu fever. He sees
It's
purple.
okay.
Mace Windu.
Purple power.
Ain't nothing
Bring on
wrong.
Mace Windu.
I didn't ask y'all for no explanation or clarification.
All right, my bad. Go ahead, Danny. Did you want your own?
I'm gonna call you the ladle. That's what Hanzo is, the ladle. You like to stir shit up just like a ladle.
A ladle.
It's like more like an egg beater.
Danny, did someone piss in your coffee today, bro?
No.
It's like me yesterday. Huh?
Yeah,
We switched.
Somebody
See-
really pissed in your coffee last night, boy. I don't know what
See,
it was. I
They,
don't want none of that.
he doesn't need to stop believing things off of YouTube. What he needs to do is stop worrying about when they're going to put Mace Windu in a fucking Star Wars short, cartoon, TV show, movie. Listen, if it's going to happen, let it happen organically.
You worry about that bullshit Ghostbusters? I'm gonna worry about Mace Windu.
I'm not even worried about Ghostbusters. Wait, no. You listen to me. No, you listen to me, Danny. Wait, listen. I'm not worried about Ghostbusters at all. I'm going to go see it. Here's the thing. I'm excited for it. And if it flops, I kind of say, maybe I saw it coming. But I'm not worried about what they do because I don't know what they're going to do. I'm fine with it.
I ain't worried about it flopping. I'm just saying the same level of energy that I have for Mace Windu. At one time, you get that same level of energy for Ghostbusters.
Well,
I ain't fucking idiot.
I'm not, but you are literally jumping. Listen, if I heard Rick Moranis was going to be in this, if like some set piece came out and Rick Moranis would be in it, I'd be like, hey, that's pretty cool. But I'm not going to sit. I'm just going to watch it and be like, hey, that's cool. That's good. I'm not going to sit there and literally jump in a chat and say, yo, guys, I told you so.
Hey.
You know what? That's
almost.
common reaction, man. Because if you like something so much,
I know.
I completely get it.
I'm the old.
It's
I'm the old guy on the
almost
show.
on
That got
a
elephant
level.
memory.
Hold on.
When you say something crazy, I'm gonna call you back on this. So,
But
right
it's
ahead.
almost on the level of LDG's I Told You So. Almost.
You know what? Okay.
Oh,
you know what?
yeah.
I thought we were past that. Okay? I
Oh
thought
my
we were
God.
past that.
So,
I thought we
No,
could
I
actually
told
get away
you.
with not even bringing it up.
I told you that was never going to be lived down. I said, you got to watch saying that because it's going to be the thing we're all going to go back to, and we all go back to because it's the truth. It's almost as bad as that. It's not because
and got a $5 super chat from some geeky guy. Much appreciated. He says, "Hey, Anzo, since you're from Canada, whatever. Tu parles français."
Guys, gotta read that, okay?
Canada, we didn't speak
Guys,
the
gotta
language.
read that, man. Come on.
I did that on purpose.
Yeah.
I did that on purpose,
Yeah.
guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't. So there you go.
He does. It's just he
what the
has
hell
an
does that
accent. He
mean?
doesn't want
What
to
does that-
talk. That's it.
Yeah, us
Do you
Yanks.
speak French?
What does the Yank mean if you're us Yanks? Come on.
That's basically what it means.
Honorable mention number 2. We will get into this one too now. Honorable mention number 2. Gaishkar asked to be on Square One, yet he knows nothing about the sport we talk about. He likes hockey, soccer, etc. You know, the white people sports.
All the good ones.
I used to watch
educate
NFL.
himself
Oh,
on the sports that are played by brothers.
wait a minute. I'm going to say that there's a lot of brothers who play soccer.
And hockey.
Yes.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
Besides Pele, who's probably dead, I couldn't name another one to save my life.
Oh my God! Just look at France's international team. France
like I
international
said.
team is basically all black.
Okay, name 10 football players
That were black.
that are black.
Mbappe.
No, right now. No. NFL football players.
Yeah,
NFL
American
Football.
American
He
football.
knows football is soccer.
Mahomes.
Thank you.
Hold on a second. Mahomes.
First one he mentioned.
Don't look at
Come on,
me.
bro. Come on, bro.
Peppers?
Come on, bro.
That's
Is
one.
Peppers playing? Is Peppers still playing? He played for the Bears at one point. Yeah.
You looking at the computer? Trying to...
No, I'm not. No, I have his jersey. That's why I know he played for the
he
That's
has
the
a
jersey I was wearing.
Give us 8 more.
8 more. Holy shit, huh? Putting me on the spot. I can tell you retired ones that are not playing anymore.
So I can't tell you. I couldn't tell you one. No soccer player.
Peyton, freaking Rice, Jerry Rice, freaking Warren Moon.
Let's dig deep down, man. How about some Herschel Walker?
I haven't followed, and I don't lie about it. I haven't followed the NFL since maybe 86.
And I ain't lying about it.
Wait. You haven't followed the NFL?
Soccer.
Well, you haven't followed the NFL in over 25 years, and you never heard of Colin Kaepernick?
Kaepernick, yes.
Okay, come on.
Yeah, but Kaepernick, yeah, because of the controversy and all that. But I haven't followed it, like watched it on a weekly basis. You know, I'll tune in on the playoffs and I'll watch the playoffs, but that's about it.
Yeah.
The same thing
He
with the
watched
NBA.
it back when it wasn't fixed.
All I can say, boy.
Wow.
I watch the NBA. I watch the playoffs because
That-
regular season, I don't give a shit, and I don't have a horse in that race anymore. Right? I used to watch back in the day. I used to watch the Heat. Anzo knows this because actually I have a memory that came out today of you bashing. Hold on, let me find this thing because it was very nice actually. Hold on a second.
Hey, we got a fellow Geeks and Gamers YouTuber by the name of Uche that used to play in the NFL.
Hold on a second. Hold on, because I read this and I was gonna send it to you. Memories. Let's see.
No problem. Grab that one, and I will get into honorable mention number 3.
Here we go.
And you know, sometimes I can do something nice with my honorable mentions. So, honorable mention number 3, JJ Sithlord3827 has been questioning his purpose on YouTube. Can we all please give JJ a round of applause for the good work he's been doing on the Bad Batch Roundtable?
Hey. Yes.
Round
Thank you, guys.
100%.
It's a round for you, man.
100%.
I'd be nice enough to give you a Pelosi clap.
You should never doubt it because your randomness too is really cool, man. And when you jump on other people's streams, man, you definitely bring yourself to it, and that adds something that no other channel has, because you're have a certain persona and you're being you, and that's what makes you unique, and people love that about you, man. So don't ever down yourself.
And also, as far as randomness goes, I'm trying to round out the rough edges on it, trying to make it a little bit more with purpose. You know, it's still random, but less of a shit show. But everything starts somewhere. You can't do nothing but just progress. But I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it, guys. All of you.
I'm slowly learning. You can't talk about damn DCU and Marvel, but so much.
Yeah, for real. And this is what I'm saying to the people in the chat. Show those hands again too, because I see some of you doing it. So you people that are there, show those hands. Give an applause, bro. That's what I'm saying.
What's up, Jason?
Just about it's going on about 3-4 months ago. We started pushing him to do a roundtable or something, and then he's been doing randomness for quite a while now. But one of the guys that we work with, Constar, was coming up to take some time off and stuff, and he wanted to take a break from his channel, and not from his channel, but he just needed to take a break. And he asked JJ and I to do some of the shows over there, and JJ took on Name That Tune. I'll tell you right now, Name That Tune's a hard thing to host, and he's picked that up really quick. And I think, JJ, the one thing you have to remember is you are your biggest enemy when it comes to these things, because you are capable of doing these things, and we all know that, and you don't need to question it. I mean, we'll tell you 1,000 times, but you don't need to question it, because you are, just like the rest of us, you are a good host, you know what you're doing, and you don't sell yourself short.
What up, Matt?
Yeah. And I think you underestimate.
Just give me time with the tech, because I've told all of you this. I used to do this backwards and forwards. I used to be the younger LDG pretty much. I ripped my computer down, put it back together, reinstalled everything. I knew it backwards, forwards, around the sides even. But as technology progressed, I didn't progress with it. The consoles spoiled me. You didn't have to worry about it. You didn't have to worry about it no more. So I just let the PC side of me go. So now I got to learn all the tech again.
100%. That's
exactly it could be worse. You could learn Mac.
You want to challenge?
I think you underestimate.
What was that, Danny? Go ahead.
I said, if you want to challenge, jump on that Chase. That Chase Spain Chris part. The Chase Spain Chris night, buddy.
I used to love that TV show.
Fuck out, man.
I used to love that TV show. Yeah, man. Talk to me.
You listen. I'll tell you something, and I see this a lot, especially recently. You underestimate yourself. You underestimate the viewers. The wide range of viewers out there, right? You might not be, Midnight's Edge or Nerdrotic or whatever, but you're your own flavor. Look how many people like to watch Chris. Now, if that many people like to watch Chris, okay, there's twice as many that want to watch you, okay?
Damn.
So you sell yourself short.
Might have a
Don't
point.
do that.
You might have a point.
Okay? I mean, watching Chris is like watching a ball drop, okay? What shade of red will his cheeks get to during a stream? Okay, that's like the most entertaining part of his show.
I'll be honest. I came into his chat earlier today because he was playing Breath of the Wild, and I'm like, okay, wow, you still playing this crap? We're trying to get him into a real fucking game, but he won't do it.
Real fucking game.
And this is what I ended up doing. Okay, I muted my TV and I had to go run some errands and just let the shit play. I didn't even watch it, but I made sure he had the view on it.
Absolutely. Master King sent a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Said Spurs suck, Lakers are the best. Also, Dark Knight trilogy is fire. Oh my god. Okay, so first off, Lakers and Spurs are both fucking playing golf right now, and the Lakers lost in the first round when they were fucking favored to win the championship again. Second off, the Dark Knight trilogy is a shit show, piece of shit, absolutely 100% trash.
No, it's not.
Well, hold on. The Dark Knight trilogy
about
is trash.
2/4 of it is good. The third one I could have done without.
Oh God, I wish Rogue Comic was here to have my back for this one.
That the demo analogy story. He could just said, "Hello."
Oh, you chipped out a bit on that one.
You're tripping out, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he even froze.
I found
That's a beautiful pose.
I ain't joking.
That's Elihu. No, that's Elihu going. What the hell's going on?
I'm taking a snippet of that. Hopefully his computer stays frozen. And let me get this. All right,
I'm chopping too. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Got it.
No. As far as the Dark Knight goes, man, it's just like Man of Steel. It's just another interpretation of the superhero.
So I found it. I found that beautiful thing you wrote.
What I write?
So this is back in 2014, so 7 years ago, right? And
the year the Spurs won.
Okay. So, yeah, exactly. So you talk some shit, right? So he goes, "How the fuck you like it now? All you Heat fans can kiss my ass." Richard Edwards, Bubba, you go on to name the whole freaking Facebook community that was rooting for the Heat, and anyone else forgot the Spurs are the 2014 NBA champions, like I said they would be.
Because I called it at the beginning of the year, though, bro. I called it at the beginning of the year. I said Spurs are going to win the championship, and they did. MSK sent another $2 super chat and said, "LeBron James is your dad." You wish. If LeBron James was your dad, you would not be on YouTube hanging out with the common folks, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. You
would not be hanging with us. So we will get into topic number 1, guys. That was fun. Much appreciated.
What up, Jason?
Thank you, Alonzo.
What up, Jason? Not a problem, JJ. You know how we do, man. All right. So topic number 1 is Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie. So Loki and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness writer Michael Waldron has now offered some insight into his and Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie, which is shrouded in mystery. Though Waldron maintains the project's mystery, he could not help but compare his first foray into Star Wars with the MCU, revealing that his adventure in a galaxy far, far away will once again focus on a family of great characters within the epic scope. Now, do you think Kevin Feige will have the same success with Star Wars that he had with Marvel? Whoever wants to start can start that up.
Go ahead, Danny. Go ahead.
I think he will, because I think Kevin Feige has discipline, and I think he tries to stay, for the most part, true to, I want to say, 75% of the story. He's going to cherry pick and going to do some little left turns, right turns there. But for the most part, he's going to stay true, and he's going to research. And if something is far left field, I don't think he's going to let it fly. He's just going to put the right circle, the right people around him, which I think he has: Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau, whoever else behind the scenes. And I think he's going to get characters that we can relate to. And I think he's going to let his directors do their job. Could the Russo brothers do it? Possibly, if they have the knowledge that they have of Marvel, the passion they have for Marvel properties that they do for Star Wars. We always have to go to known successes. Maybe he's gonna find this diamond in the rough that really does know, or give somebody that he has confidence in to be the director. But just for a little missteps here and there, for the most part, Kevin Feige has delivered. You may not like the Marvel flavor, but it's profitable and it makes money. Like I said, you may not like Endgame, but most people on this panel, besides one person, loves Endgame. So in Kevin Feige we trust. So okay, here's your choices: Kevin Feige or Warner Brothers. What you gonna pick? Kevin Feige and Twice So Sons.
Here's my thing about Feige doing Star Wars. From what he's shown us with Marvel, he doesn't do the movies book exact, but he does have knowledge of the IP. Same thing with Lucas and Star Wars, even though it was his baby. And this is where we bring Jon Favreau into the mix. Okay, Favreau was taught by Lucas. You know, he's got between Favreau and Filoni, they've got the IP in their blood. But with what Feige does with his Marvel movies, I would love to see what he could do with Star Wars. You know, he shows continuity in every form and fashion of every product we've gotten so far. No matter how screwed up or how messed up you guys may think it is, but he's into that continuity. He's into that story. You know, I'd love to give him Star Wars and see what he could do with it.
Yeah, you get Feige Star Wars. You know what we get? The Last Jedi Part 2. Okay, something that has nothing to do with the fucking story whatsoever.
I doubt that.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Crazy.
I doubt that as well. Because one thing I will say is that at least if Kevin Feige does it and he has a trilogy, he's going to have a start, he's going to have a middle, and he's going to have an end. He's going to know where it begins, and he's going to know where it ends. So we're going to get a coherent story.
Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to say it's going to make any damn sense, but at least there's to be some continuity in it.
You guys do realize the last 3 Star Wars movies was
fucking
not
continuity.
A continuation.
Did WandaVision have?
It was a retelling of the original Star Wars. I just hope if he's going to do a Star Wars family, he avoids Skywalker family altogether. That's been done. I don't want a retelling of the Skywalker story. How about a new story of a family like maybe Windu or Leia's kids when they were growing up?
Ooh, nice kiss ass there with the Windu stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Anzo, we have to find a yes man super chat or
for real.
Phantom
For real.
But Elihu,
they're breeding. It's like it's worse than that the fluffy bunny disease. It's like somebody coughs and all of a sudden, you know what would be really awesome? Mace Windu.
But Elihu, you forget.
Between now and yesterday's stream, you've been licking Bonzo balls pretty good.
Go
back and watch the video. Go back and watch the video.
Damn.
Go back and watch the video.
have not.
You licked his balls yesterday.
He's doing these. He's doing this.
Being Anzo this, being Anzo that. So go ahead, continue licking the balls.
Damn.
I'm not licking his balls because here's the thing. I'm not going to sit there and agree with everything he says.
Tune in every Tuesday
Chris,
when Chris is licking Anzo's balls.
Do you got some toast for those eggs?
No, I ain't got nothing.
Damn.
You're the only one with the eggs, man. You're the only one with the eggs.
Dude.
That is your brain on drugs,
I didn't know Danny had it in him.
You know what?
That's some shit.
So what do you think, Jason, or anybody else? What do you guys think?
Well,
I think Kevin Feige would be perfect fit. As long as Miss Kathleen Kennedy doesn't get involved and start any bullcrap or mess up.
She's already one foot out the door.
There.
I mean,
she's not out the door.
Why?
Not out the
Rumored 2022. Her contract is supposed to be up in 2022.
Yeah.
Rumored it's going to be
supposed to
not
be at the end of this year.
But it keeps adding every year, another year.
Listen, that's the reason why it's not going to happen, though. It's because as long as she's there, you're going to have 2 heads.
Her contract with the department ends this year. Her contract with the studio ends in 2022.
It doesn't matter.
They can renew it.
Anywhere.
They renew it. They've been renewing every year.
Whether or not she's still part of Lucasfilm or she just goes into the Disney ranks, it doesn't matter. She's going to stay with this company. But when you got Kevin Feige, who's in charge of Marvel, and then you got Kathleen Kennedy, who's in charge of Lucasfilm, until Kathleen Kennedy is not in charge of Lucasfilm, I don't think Kevin Feige is going to play second fiddle to her. And that's what he would have to do. And we talked about it yesterday about the fact that they sit there and Kathleen Kennedy waits till the last second to start fucking with shit. You think that's going to work with him? No, he's not going to do it.
Oh, he'll quit. He'll quit the project.
Yeah, but that's the problem. That's what happens to every project. And then it'll always be, well, what was? And I don't think he's even going to want to go down that road.
Huh? Could be a good thing because he could make Mr. Paycheck say, Bob Paycheck say, if they both get, button heads, say, well, this she's got to go, or, I'm leaving, It could be a good thing. They finally get rid of her.
They're not going to get rid of her.
You guys don't want to
too much
You're
money.
all fucking nuts. You're all nuts. I'm surrounded by nuts. I mean, yeah. Y'all got way too much
He'll do a damn better job than
Feige.
J.J.
He
Abrams
done
did, I'll
fucking
say that.
threw you a pie in the face with WandaVision, and you love that
Sometimes
shit.
you feel like
Hey,
a
I'm a
nut.
mouse,
Sometimes
okay?
You're
you
just
don't.
loving that shit.
I'm a mouse,
okay?
dude.
Fucked you up, and
Well,
No,
you took it
Yeah,
through
it fucked
it,
you
and you
up.
asked for seconds.
Yeah, it fucked you up, not anybody else. You
No,
were
it
the
fucked
one
me
that
up
was
because
there.
no, wait, stop. Let me say this. Y'all make fun of me all you want.
We're not making fun of the
Y'all
same facts.
kiss Feige's ass all you want. But there is a fact. And that fact is if I was fucking doing WandaVision, we'd still be doing roundtables on it right now. Okay? Because that show would have been the fucking bomb. Okay? It would have opened up the gates, the floodgates to everything. WandaVision would have been so badass, we'd still be talking about it.
It'd be like Walking Dead with 20 episodes, 20 seasons.
You know why?
There'd be a season 2 if I was directing if I was, if I was fighting for WandaVision. There would be a season 2. Okay.
The reason why it didn't make sense was you look at the release schedule. WandaVision was supposed to come out last. We got it first. That's why it don't make no sense. You just got to be patient.
Rewrote it.
And let's be real here, LDG. You loved it right up until your theories went down the fucking toilet.
No, I loved it. And no.
You loved it.
He's getting stressed and he's scratching his head. He's getting anxiety.
Forget my theories. Forget them. I lost faith when he fucked up the ending.
Yeah, you
and
lost.
There's not one of you right now that won't agree that what they did episode 8 was like completely fucked up. You can say it was okay and it was good and we enjoyed it, whatever. They fucked up the ending.
Hey, listen.
When Feige came on and said, and he admitted that they rewrote WandaVision, and they kicked what's his name out?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
He was supposed to be the pharmacist.
That explains the ending, how fucked up it was.
Well, the fight
doesn't
scene did win an award.
Doesn't explain the meatloaf, the cherry pie, the lobster.
You know what?
The
You'd
flower
be loving that shit if
arrangements.
that was true, okay? You'd be loving it. Make
The
fun of me
flower
now.
arrangements.
Mephisto.
The only reason... whatever.
The only embroidery on the towel,
kiss my ass.
And the pillows.
Yeah.
The pillows.
The cuckoo twins. Okay, enough. Let's move on. Can we move on? I thought we had a freedom of speech question here.
Look up. Danny's about to hit you over the head with that stick, man. Look up. He's going to whack you with his back scratcher.
Oh, my gosh. I have to say is that Kevin Feige wouldn't be going into this project if he didn't have control over it. And he would make sure that he gets control over it. So if he's gonna hear out what everybody has to say, and if he can do something that he feels will contribute to the Star Wars saga or the fan base, he's gonna do it. And I think he's gonna do a good job about it as well, because it's gonna give a different perspective. If he comes out with something new, which I think he will probably do, right? Because he likes going for those unknown characters, and he might do something that we haven't seen yet.
Well,
I have a question really quick, guys. Hold on. How is he going to guarantee he has control?
It's called
who has
negotiation.
You know who that has to go past? You know who that has to go past first?
Yeah.
She's not going to do it. And
she will, because she can see how much money he's made on other movies like Marvel.
Ron Howard has
it doesn't
tons
matter.
of money behind him.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because Ron Howard. What was the last time Ron Howard did anything? That did a lot of money.
Yeah,
like
that has fun that guy scar.
Hold on,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's made a whole bunch of money with the Marvel. She's gonna see what the fans behind him already. He has that going for him right now.
I don't.
So he has the power to negotiate that.
It's called Bob Paycheck.
That's all it's gonna be. She's gonna bring the money, and
so
she's gonna look good by allowing him to do that.
Hang on, guys, Carl, are you saying so he's entitled to be to get that privilege, or should he actually earn it?
He's earned it.
He has. He has earned it, man. He's got fucking 10 plus years behind Marvel.
The way he was describing it, sounded like he was basically did not earn it. He needs to.
No, he's earned it. He's earned the shot.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
He's earned it. Look at those. How many movies was it? 12? 10, 12?
And that's why I said what I said. You know, I would gladly hand a Star Wars movie over to Feige just because of what he's done for Marvel.
Yeah.
100%.
You guys have
But
smarts.
I agree with Chris.
It ain't going to happen.
No,
but if you remember, though, he went to Bob Iger, and if he didn't get that Black Panther and Captain Marvel movie, he was walking. They didn't come out there. He could go the same thing. If she gives him problems, like, you don't do what I want, I'm walking. He could do it again. He has enough power because anybody would take him right now. Warner Bros. Would be like, hell yeah, come over to DC.
We'll do it.
And she'll look good by allowing him.
Very good point.
I agree with Chris, though. Because, all right, I heard what you said earlier, Jason. I didn't mind The Force Awakens. Okay, I thought J.J. Abrams did an okay job for what we got. Okay, but we all know the tale. You know, Rian Johnson fucked up the second one, and J.J. came back.
They gave him the chance to do that. They gave him carte blanche to do what he wanted.
I know, but J.J. came back for Episode 9. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what, 100 times over. Okay, compared to what we got. Okay, I like Rise of Skywalker. I'm not going to lie about that. But still, you can see how messed up it was. I wanted to see JJ's version of Episode 9 because of Kennedy. She came in and fucked it all up.
Mm-hmm.
They went through 7 views of that movie, and each 7 of those views, no one liked it.
Well,
That's how many times they changed the shit.
And Lucas filmed a lot of parts too. They cut out also because they brought him back to the film.
I don't
because of Kathleen Kennedy.
Because of Kathleen Kennedy.
I still have never seen any proof that actually happened, and I still don't believe it.
But he may have been on the set, but not behind the camera.
But
I think
no,
he
what I'm
might have
getting
been there. But
what I'm getting at
probably
is
JJ's part, but he was there helping him.
that's possible.
I agree with Chris. You know what he said about Feige. You know, I don't think he'll step into it unless Kennedy's gone.
So here's the one thing. Here's the one thing I will say, because one thing you guys are missing is that we have a thing called contracts, and in the contracts he can simply sign creative control, and if he gets that in his contract, then he'll be able to do what he wants to do. So I'm thinking if he signed up and he's already doing it, that's most likely put in the contract. I don't know if it is or not, but I'm just saying if he's smart and wants creative control and wants Kathleen Kennedy out of there, that's what he would do.
Just like Duke that did, the last Last Jedi. He got carte blanche, like you said. Why? Because he got in. Got rid of it.
The time, the exact words that J.J. Abrams said is that he wanted to keep things on a fresh take, and so he said, "Here, do this." And actually, he did some stuff to supposedly play into the next movie for Rian Johnson. But I think that we've seen it time and time again that Kathleen Kennedy has a way to just meddle in things. Creative control or not, I was under the impression that J.J. Abrams was going to do all 3 films originally, and then they decided they were going to farm it out, and then he ended up getting the 3rd one again. And the word was that he was going to get to do what he wanted. That's what CBS did with Star Trek with him. They said, "Here it is, do what you want." You can tell he didn't get that, and he has been pissed off and said stuff about that. He was told, "You can do what you want," and he didn't get to do that. I don't think she cares about contracts. What's the thing? All she has to do is put in there that isn't necessarily a something that can break the contract. She can get fined, or that he can get more money if something gets broke or something. I just don't think he wants to go through that. He's got a good position where he's at. He's got tons of stuff he's thinking about right now. He might write. He might play around with parts of it, but I don't think he's going to go over there and mess with it right now.
It's all about the money.
What's the point of it? It's one time. That's not money. Money's over at Marvel right now. Money's hand over fist in Marvel over Star Wars. The Star Wars projects have made nothing compared to those Marvel projects. Why would he want to take his eyes off of the prize long enough to go and shit in the toilet.
But it's if I'm not mistaken, it's already been confirmed that he's doing a Star Wars movie. So that's already taken care of.
So was Rian Johnson's trilogy. So was George Lucas is coming back to shoot one.
But George,
they have come out with so
Lucas,
many things that they said were done and in the
But they also never said that Rian Johnson's trilogy was off the table yet either.
I think they did actually.
Yeah, I think they have finally. But
I seen one they did, and then I seen one where they said they didn't.
That's my point. That's my point. Is that they are more back and forth right now, and in disarray. That I don't think Kevin Feige wants to jump into that vat of shit. That's my personal opinion. I don't think he'll go and do it. If it's fine, if it's already going, fine. He'll do it. But I just don't see that happening.
Oh shit! This is the question.
Only time will tell.
Wow.
Yes. So topic number 2. This one comes from Danny Graham. Good question. And I knew LGG's already like, wow. So I know he would like it. If you believe in freedom of speech, would you not be a hypocrite if you supported cancel culture?
Not necessarily.
Yes. No, you're absolutely hypocrite. Yeah, absolutely.
Not necessarily.
If you believe in freedom of speech and you want to censor cancel culture, you're a fucking hypocrite.
Cancel culture isn't necessarily just censorship.
It depends what you define as what culture cancel culture is. Because right now, cancel culture is not cancel culture. It's some other perverted mutation.
The law of the land type thing. It's never always, and it's never never. It is in between. You're not guaranteed a hypocrite if you believe in cancel culture or if you support it. But a large majority of people.
That's not the question. That's not the question.
Well, then no, you're not.
You're not necessarily a hypocrite. Is nothing to do with the fact. Do they have the right to speak? Yes or no?
Yes.
That is the question.
If you believe in freedom of speech, yes.
No, that's isn't necessarily.
You might not like it. You might not believe in it, but you don't have the right to shut them up.
Hold on. Since it's Danny's question, Eli, I want to hear what Danny has to say.
Okay.
Me too.
Then you.
I agree with LDG. I think you're a hypocrite. You can't have your cake and eat it too. If you say freedom of speech and First Amendment and all that kind of stuff, but then something over here that Chris says, I don't like it, so I'm gonna pull all my strings and pull all my favorites to shut him up. Then that's a hypocrite all day long. So I agree 1,000% with LDG.
All right, Eli, you're up.
The point is, cancel culture cannot be canceled. You can't take away someone's right to assert their opinion, even if it has manifested as toxic. Basically, you're publicly shaming somebody for a bad tweet, their opinion, their past history, their transgressions. It's freedom of speech. This is what they do. This is what they say. I agree with LDG. Holy shit! I actually said that. I agree with LDG. You're a hypocrite.
Careful, guys.
Again,
like wildfire.
A large majority of people will fit under the term hypocrite in this, but not everybody's going to be a hypocrite. That's not how this goes. You can never have 100% of anything in this type of a situation, or 100%, or one way or another. There's nobody that fits exactly in that box 100%.
Give me the example of a scenario where you would not be considered a hypocrite.
In this statement, if somebody makes a movie about slavery as a good thing, does that need to be on screen?
If you're
You're asking the question?
Does it need to be?
My point.
If someone wants to do it, that's their speech.
Should it be allowed?
Yes.
Is that something?
I wouldn't want it to be allowed.
It'd be perfectly fine with somebody saying that slavery was a good thing in.
Shit, Kanye West said it.
That's not the person you want to jump on board with there, kid.
It's not about jumping on board with it.
Listen, you cannot say that somebody fits in that box 100% just because they support cancel culture. They may not support every bit of it.
But if I believe in freedom of speech, right? Go ahead, Donnie. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, Mr. Knight, I hear what you're saying. All I'm asking you is give me a viable example of what you're talking about, because right now I can't think of one. If you can think of one that makes sense to me, then I will agree with what you're saying.
Well, it depends. What are you calling cancel culture?
That's what I'm saying, because and this is
cancel
important.
Culture, what I'm
this is
seeing
very
now,
important.
The way it's been described to me is cancel culture, and the way I understand is that if you put something, say something, email something, upload something, in a movie with something, a song or something, and the powers that be don't like it, they use whatever powers that they have to try to get you removed and get whatever your platform product is completely erased off of whatever medium that you're on. That is cancel culture.
But there are some situations where that's not necessarily something that shouldn't happen. Freedom of speech only goes so far. Freedom of speech cannot.
Incorrect. That's the most stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Freedom of speech cannot infringe upon another person's rights.
That's impossible to do.
No, it isn't. Your freedom of speech.
Give me one example on how one thing I can say stops your freedom.
Well, just like, for example, if you had Hitler right now doing his speeches that he did back then, you know, to kill all the Jews and whatever.
Bro, I grew up in the South where the Klansmen marched down the street.
Yes, I understand that, but that's what I'm saying is those things should be monitored and that should have some consequences. Those can become harmful.
You can't have consequences with freedom of speech.
Listen,
look
LDG,
up the definition
you are under the
of the word
impression that
freedom.
there's a perfect world somewhere where everybody gets to say what they say and there's no consequences.
But there
are consequences.
I love you, Danny. Let's bring it somewhere closer. The trolls right now in the chat. What happens if the troll and they're telling you you're this, you're that? They're doing their freedom of speech in the chat.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And what we do is we block them because we don't want to hear it. But they have a right to say what they want to say. It's just that simple. They have a right to say what they want to say.
Exactly. I'm just
but in chat and things like that, there is literally something. Okay, listen, it's a freedom of speech for somebody to say, "You have a gun, sir. Kill LG right now."
I got you one. How about ICE?
Yes, that's freedom of speech.
Okay, so you don't care that you get shot.
No,
you're not gonna
you're
not
shot
gonna sit there
and you saying it is another one. No. Because for every person, listen, let me finish.
That's what I'm saying. There's an exception to the rule.
One at a time. One at a time.
Give me a second.
One at a time.
Wait, you said something. Let me respond. You tell somebody to point a gun and shoot me, right? For every person who will pick up that gun and shoot me, there's another person who will pick up that gun and shoot you for saying it.
Okay, fine. But what I'm saying is
it
you're not going to sit there and you're not going to sit there
and be a hypocrite.
Plead. You're not going to sit there and plead and say, "Don't do it."
Depends on the situation. Maybe I will.
But that's my point.
If you were
sitting there, you were saying, here's this box, and everything fits in this fucking box. It doesn't fit in the fucking box.
You guys remember Gina, right? Her little retweet? Cancel culture. Oh, let's cancel her now. She's anti-Jew.
Just because she just used certain, she didn't say that. She is that they took these couple of words, they twisted it, and they ran off with it.
Exactly.
Thank you, guys. You make my point. I was going to say something along the lines of that. But thank you, man.
Chris. And this is the main thing, because we only have cancel culture as we know it now because we do not have freedom of speech. And if we ever did,
again, LEG,
you would see
you live in a world where you believe that everything is perfect with freedom of speech, and it isn't.
Freedom of speech comes from the government, not from the media.
What are you talking about?
Even the federal government has laws against certain type of speech.
Yeah,
yes, and they're morons. They say you can't call fire in a freaking theater. Well, let me tell you something. If a theater doesn't have an effective fire drill or a fire alarm, I don't need to know that there's not a fire in a theater because there'd be a fire alarm going off.
Even if there's a fire alarm, that's the point is people hear it and people react.
Because people don't have the tools and resources
Listen, it
to know
says
the
not
truth.
to take a curling iron and shove it up your ass. But you know what? People have done it, obviously. But
yes, that's why on an iron.
Have they plugged it in, though? That's the question. Did they plug it in?
It doesn't matter. My point is that it says not to do it.
It says, do not iron while clothes is on. Okay?
Yeah. But that's my
People
point.
need to be told this stuff. Okay?
So therefore, there should be some restrictions to freedom of speech.
No,
like Tide Pod.
you can't have restrictions.
Listen, again, LDG, in your Project Prometheus world, you're under the impression that there's a perfect medium for the world to say what the fuck they want, when they want, and that's not how the world works.
Let me blow your mind.
You need
Let
to
me
get out of
open
the
your
clouds
mind for a quick
and think
second,
about
okay?
that.
I hope you have a Band-Aid because you're about to have a crack. Your brain is about to grow 3 sizes larger right now on Prometheus.
Keep that thought. Hold on, LG. K-Dots sent in a K-Dots sent in a $2 super chat. I almost got shot by a giant drunk Samoan. Okay, now LG, go ahead.
Just take a spam. Jeez.
On Project Prometheus, if we had true freedom of speech, okay, misinformation would be countered by right information. Right now, we don't have that. The only people we hear are those exercising. Cancel culture is just those people exercising their right to speech. The people who we want to hear from, the other side of the coin, they're not speaking.
We're speaking. We do it all the time
we're
about
not
it.
Hearing it. So all we're seeing is all the bullshit from the trolls and the people spreading bullshit. Okay? That's all we're seeing right now. We're seeing the platforms, the very platforms we're using. They see that makes money. So they let it happen. They put those tweets
You want my opinion?
and center
You're
stage.
not necessarily a hypocrite.
Okay?
I'm going to put
There's
this in
multiple
about 95%.
factors.
95% might be hypocrites, but not everybody. No.
All right, and
not box everybody in this.
Jason Lee Jason Lee hasn't said anything yet. Hold on, Jason. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to ask Chris when he said something about the gun and shooting LDG. What about this was like a song that had. No. Well, I would say, what about
Grassy Knoll?
How about when Ice-T did the Cop Killer song with Body Count? Is that how we count your culture? That is that
Yeah, but see that's what we're talking about, satire and
I don't.
And like if
listen.
something is a joke,
He said it was
or
not
a music
satire.
video, right?
Yeah.
Listen,
listen. Satire is another section.
He said
But music
I'm
video.
not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing
No shit,
necessarily
Sherlock.
with LDG. I'm just stating you cannot. There's never and always, and there's not always a never. It is a fact of life that there's nothing on this earth that exists that is 100%.
Except death.
That's true.
No, incorrect on that.
Oh
But
God,
that's
here we
not
go.
You have no clue. For all you know, you come right
there
back.
is a.
But you
That's
died.
the thing. There is not. There's always an exception to this rule. There's somebody who might believe something should be off, but isn't necessarily a hypocrite. If they've spouted these things from day one of their life, that they believe that they shouldn't have this or this or this, if that is all they have ever preached, then they're not a hypocrite.
Okay,
Chris.
well, let me ask you this, Chris. I first off, I would need an example, but second off, whatever happened to just not fucking bothering with what people are saying? You know what I mean?
That's
We're
not
gonna get it all the but we're gonna get it all the
He's
fucking
hitting the
time.
point here. Listen to him.
Instead of just like, oh my God, we gotta cancel this guy for what they're saying, just turn the fucking channel. Delete them from your Facebook.
That's not how
why?
people are.
Let me bottle up what he's saying, because this is something nobody talks about. Okay, there's 4 sides to every coin.
Because people's
with freedom of speech, you get the freedom to listen, and that's where you, without freedom to listen, you're actually making sense. Okay, but you have the freedom to listen. So when someone says some stupid, fucked up shit, you can fucking block them. You can not listen.
Yeah, but
Change
you and
the
yourself
channel.
right now are talking like a cancel culture person. So you're as
can
much a hypocrite as
also-
anybody else.
You can
Because
also have
it doesn't matter.
the
cancel
platform
culture
that allows both sides of the coin to exist with any tweet. What would blow your mind right now if someone said, what was the example you used? Slavery was a good thing, right? Let's say somebody tweeted that out. It would be awesome if the platforms we use had the flip coin where you could see that tweet and flip it and see the opposite of what people are talking about. That way you get both sides of the story within a single tweet. But you don't get that. Why? Because all you have is responses. And when someone says something that the original person didn't like, they block them. And you know what happens? That's not a real block. That's a censor. Because now that person cannot speak about the other side of the coin linked to that thread that millions and millions of people are seeing.
LDG, I have an example for you. In the state of Texas, there is an elementary school book that talks about the history of slavery. People wanted to say, hey, the cancel culture in our education because of one certain line in the book. Slaves are unhappy. Of course, slaves are fucking unhappy. Hello?
What I'm trying to say here is that there is somebody out there. Listen, there was somebody
Everybody's out there
who was raised that when they say they don't like this movie and they think it should be taken off, they're not being a hypocrite for saying it. They're being honest because that's what they were always raised at.
Yeah, but the problem with that is with cancel culture is it's the fucking studios that are giving into these freaking minority groups.
I'm not disagreeing with any of this. It is all bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. They don't change the channel. They like feed into it and go, "Oh, let's do
What
this."
have I said time and time again? It used to be when you made a movie, if it sucked, it went away. If it was good, it stayed, and that's what I've always said. It's not like I disagree with anything anybody's saying here. I'm just saying you cannot put a stamp on it and say it's 100% this, no matter what. I get tired of that because that's just as bad as cancel culture. It is not something that you can define in a box and let it go and say, this is the way it is. This is it. No other way around it. That is not how it is. There is some minuscule percentage that is not a hypocrite in this situation. It's just statisticals and facts.
And those ones that are not are the ones that don't believe in freedom of speech. Anybody that believes in freedom of speech,
I don't necessarily
and
believe
wants
that
to
either.
use cancel culture has to be a hypocrite because, like I said, we've watched the stream. Gaishka sent me a stream, right? And it was with a few people on there. Remember Gaishka? And there was a black dude on there, and he was talking shit. I didn't like what he said, but never once did I say, "Oh my God, this guy needs to be fucking canceled. You guys need to ban his shit." I never said that.
I actually said he needs to be surrounded with more black people. That
right?
He needs to be loved by black people. I'm not disagreeing that cancel culture is shit. I'm just saying it's statistical fact that nothing in this world is 100%. So there's somebody out there who believes in free speech but still believes in cancel culture. It's going to be a statistical fact.
I get your logic.
Here's what I'm going to do.
Statistical facts.
Here's what I'm going to do. Before the show ends, Chris, I want one example of something.
I can't give it to you. I'm just telling you, it's statistical fact. There's nothing in this world.
If you can't prove it,
there's nothing in this world that's 100%.
I get what he's saying, though. I get I get the logic. I think the same way.
Prove it.
He's saying
there's nothing. It's 100%. Nothing.
Nothing is 100%. I get that.
But again,
we're not
how
talking
do I
about.
have to be the one to prove it? All I have to do is prove to you that you have. Okay, so fine. I'll give you your example if you can prove to me one thing in this world that's 100%.
Yes, 100% of people are alive have a fucking heartbeat. Okay,
that's not necessarily true.
Not necessarily true.
Everybody who is alive has a heartbeat. Okay, is awake, is alive. Okay,
I can give you.
There are people who are alive that are not awake.
An absolute.
There are people who don't have the ability to beat their own heart.
Listen, what you're saying right now is how I think on an everyday basis. Okay, that's why I actually understand what you're saying right now.
Join the Polar Bear Club.
Absolutes are absolutes, and freedom of speech is an absolute. Meaning, the only thing that's besides the universe, the only thing that's 100% in the universe are absolutes. You're trying to say an absolute is not 100%. It is.
Reels, not absolutes.
That's what I just typed in.
Danny said he had
of
something.
speech is an absolute.
Exactly. Danny had said he had something. Danny, what are you saying?
Oh, I'm 100% sure I was born black, and I'm 100% sure I die black.
It's not the same.
Unless your ass is Michael Jackson.
Come back white.
That is something that is
Hey, I was born
only
white.
because it
I'm not
happened.
white. I was born pale.
You said give me an example. I gave him an example. That's
All right, I'll talk to you guys later then, since you guys. Yeah. Have a good night, guys.
Chris.
Did he bounce? He really
Oh
bounce?
my God.
Shane, come back,
You better be joking.
Wow.
Chris, come on,
Please
man.
don't go.
Yo, you need a
Please don't
sour
go.
ass. You need a sour ass super chat
Oh
for
my
when that happens ever again.
Come on. Seriously, he bailed.
Come on, Chris. Don't be like that. Come on. Damn.
Man, fuck that. You know what? Fuck that. Let him go. If he can't take the fucking shit, then let him fucking go. Because we all fucking on here have gotten fucking trashed at one point or another. So
That's
if you don't
fact.
like it, that fuck that shit then, man. I ain't doing that shit.
That happened to me.
Right? And did I
Also
Yeah,
called
go
me
ahead,
out. So
Exactly.
I say I did that. He called me out. I don't do it no more. So
And the
Next
exact
question.
same thing, I gotta keep the same fucking energy. So you wanna go right to fucking head. I'm business, bro. They're being a
Next
pussy
question.
with that bullshit.
now you gotta call that deep now. So
I do. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm gonna do it.
I ain't going that deep. I'm just saying let's go to the next
You
question.
gotta go
I am
deep,
because
deep,
I've
deep.
Let him cool off. Let Chris cool off.
I've got
Maybe he
trashed
just
on this
got
shit.
heated.
I
That's
got
all.
fucking heated last night. And even though I wanted to leave, I still strayed on that fucking stream. So
You know how-
if you
you know how
can't do
people
that shit,
We saw
I
people
don't wanna hear that, man.
can teleport. Also was
Mhm.
also was like Nightcrawler trying to fight the teleport last night.
I was pissed.
Yeah,
I
you
was
were.
100% pissed. But
I
I
am
sat
not
there
lying.
and I did not fucking leave that stream.
I'm not lying, man. Your eyes look red as fucking
Oh, I gotta watch that, man.
stop sign. I was like, oh shit. Hey guys, I ain't lying. If you could put eggs on his forehead last night,
Oh, damn.
I'm like, shit. I'm like, this
Oh,
motherfucker
man, I have
is
to
mad
go
for
back and
real.
watch that.
Hotter than the asphalt in
Oh
Phoenix.
It
man.
was fun.
It was around
Last night.
it was around what minute mark?
It
No,
was going on
problem
It's
last
is,
from the
though,
beginning.
Like
From the
Oh,
beginning.
really?
Me
Yeah,
and Adam was here work for 30
Good one.
minutes.
And
Me-
the
Me,
That's
Jason,
the one.
I'm just sit there eating popcorn.
It's like-
Damn.
It wasn't about the He-Man thing again, was it?
Yeah, it
It was
was
about
because,
Oh my god!
because the thing that happened is Rob even said at the beginning of the stream, is like, oh, the He-Man top, and he's like, I know this is gonna be a fight. I was like, yeah, I know that's why he did it. So all right, let's do it then. And it happened, and we fucking went off. But hey, man, I'm not fucking sitting here like, oh, I'll never be on Rob's stream, or I bounced off the stream like that, man. Yo, we got a show to do. You have to be fucking professional. And that's what we doing. And I did that last night.
Yep.
If you can't do that, that's your fault.
I'm gonna be honest,
Sorry.
Lonzo. I had one of y'all's chat come into the stream last night and say, "Hey, yo, Rob and Lonzo, this, that, and the other."
Yeah, I know. It was shifty.
I started laughing about that shit, and I said, "No, it's not the fact that him and Rob were having an argument." I said, "But Shizzy called you mom and dad." Mom and dad were arguing. I'm like, oh,
I know.
yeah.
I know
Oh,
Shifty's watching. I didn't know you said that, Shifty, so fuck you. I'm just joking. But-
Jack, in case you're unaware, we have one fun question, one serious question. The middle one's always a serious
Yeah.
topic.
That is correct. And Danny hooked that one up big
Oh
time.
boy!
Respect,
Yeah.
Danny. Respect,
Yeah,
Danny.
dude.
Mm-hmm.
So
That was
topic
fire.
number 3, and this one should be okay, shouldn't be too bad, but race bending. So Albert Wesker is going to be black in the next Resident Evil movie. Velma Dinkley is now an Asian. If you guys don't know who that is, that's from Scooby-Doo, right? So she's now Asian,
yeah.
and no one is complaining. But when a black Superman was announced, people lost their minds. Now, do you think people make a big deal about one case of race bending, but not the other?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Well,
Hey, it's just a
yeah.
little bit too dark. That's why, Anzo.
No, wow.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Go ahead.
JJ looking shocked.
I do
I'm
because,
just-
I know. Okay, one of the big things we were talking about, the James Bond. I use that for a long time. They were saying Idris Elba. But then this new guy, I can't think of his name.
Pierce Bronson.
Young
Daniel Craig.
cat. No,
Daniel
black guy.
Craig. Oh,
No.
The guy from Bridgerton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard, no, he couldn't do it because he's not dark enough. Okay, when the fuck was James Bond black? It matters about skin tone. So it's crazy. And to me, me and my daughter was talking about this yesterday. Superman is an alien. So who says he has to come to Earth and be white, Chinese, black? I mean, I don't care. I don't even care if they call him Clark Kent. I don't care. As long as they do the story right and it makes sense, it's cool. It ain't really gonna make sense. If it got a lot of action to it, I'm gonna watch it because I think Man of Steel is fantastic. I know some people talk about Man of Steel is weak and all this kind of man. The shit was good to me. I enjoyed it. I will go pay my money right now to see it again in the theater.
Yep.
So I don't understand. Sometimes movies aren't made to be psychoanalyzed and all this kind of stuff, continuity and canon. Sometimes man, you just go in there and enjoy it, man. It's a kick-ass movie and
entertainment.
That's what. I don't care if they race. The only thing I would have, and I got to be totally honest, the only thing I would have a problem with if they race being Black Panther. Now they make a white man Black Panther. I'll be like, man, what the fuck? What the fuck? I'm just gonna say it. I ain't.
Well,
there's
a white panther.
White wolf.
White wolf. I'll be like, no.
There's a white panther. Wakanda has a white
panther.
panther.
I'm just saying. I don't want.
Okay,
see that.
So to Danny's point, doing a Black Panther like that kind of changes the character. But would you be upset if they made Blade white, Danny?
I don't care. I mean,
okay.
We're used to seeing.
I mean,
I can't. No, I can't be.
Actually,
I can't say I wouldn't mind a white Blade if I say I wouldn't mind a black Superman. So I really don't
That's
care.
What I'm asking.
Long as the boy is cool. As long as he know what he's doing, his fighting is believable. I don't care if Jason Statham is Blade. I probably like the hell out of him because Jason Statham's a bad boy.
Danny, the point of Blade was he was an abandoned little kid, black kid in the city. Back in the 80s, a black kid in the city, all alone, was basically stereotypical. He had a hard time going around, basically being himself, surviving, until somebody whistle took care of him. But if he was actually white, you think he would go through the same struggles as a white kid on the streets, as a little black kid on the streets in the 80s of New York City?
I've seen poor white
people go through that. Yeah,
look at Eminem. Eminem was poor as shit.
80s.
Okay, Eminem was poor shit in the 90s, and he made it.
Oh, Power Man.
MSK left a $2 super chat. My take: don't race bend, no issue at all. Okay, I can understand that, but me personally, like I said, I don't personally care. But the point of my question is if you're gonna be upset with one race bending, you gotta be upset with them all. You fucking have to keep that same energy. And this is the shit that I've been fucking preaching for the last couple of days, is keep that same energy. You know what I mean? It can't be all right for one, but then not all right for others. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Velma's a proud white lesbian, not an Asian lesbian.
If they make Black Panther white, I can't do it now. I'm just here telling you, I can't do it. I won't sit here and say I won't go see it. I'll be like, damn, what the fuck? I ain't never seen nothing like this.
You do know there's white people in Africa though, right?
Yeah,
I know that's South African. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
At least for the Black Superman, there is content. There is a storyline. There is source material. I have not seen a white Black Panther in any source material. I just
there is, but not as Clark Kent though. If you're going down that route,
no. I have seen source
Point.
material of a Black Superman.
Got you.
I have not seen. No, you don't got me. I said I have.
There's never been a Black Clark Kent. Period.
Let me finish. I said there is content. There is source material of a Black Superman.
Yes.
If he's Clark Kent, I don't give a shit about that. But there is no content or source material of a white Black Panther. I just don't.
Why do you not give a shit? Superman is just a title. Clark Kent is the person. Kal-El. There is not a black Kal-El. Okay? Apples and oranges. You're picking at string bees right now. The black Superman. Who the fuck is Superman? It's Kal-El. There's no black Kal-El.
Yeah, but what he's trying to...
But Superman is the title. It could be anybody.
He said it himself in the comics. My name is
Just
Clark
like
Kent. Superman is
Black
what I can
Panther
do.
is a title. Could be anybody. Green.
No, it can't.
Is it?
Okay. The Kingpin in source material was white. But he was Wilson Fisk, the Black Man by Michael Clark Duncan. I had zero problem with that. What's the difference?
Nick Fury.
Technically, I did have a problem with that.
Okay,
I love
Nick
the
Fury.
actor.
Nick
I
Fury.
love what he did.
You rather see
Nick
Samuel
Fury.
Jackson or Hasselhoff?
Well,
Good. All great points.
Nick Fury.
Hasselhoff, yeah.
So my question is this. Go ahead, Donnie. No, finish up, Donnie. Go ahead.
Okay, sometime in a race bending situation, the actor can overcome certain aspects of it. I don't think there's a strong enough white actor to overcome Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther. I just don't. If he does it and he's born and he's on there, I'll come on here and gladly say I was wrong. He did it. He killed it. I just don't think that's gonna happen.
But to Danny's point, like, let's say you did do that, you'd be changing Black Panther's character completely because he's an African. You know, not saying that there can't be white African, but majority of the white Africans, kings, queens, or whatever, are black. So if you do that, you're changing his character completely. Now, when you make a black Superman, aka Clark Kent, you are not changing anything that has to be about that person. Chris is back. What up, Chris?
Hey, Paisan, Kidich.
I saw melted.
I just think, I'm just gonna be doing this point. I just think that sometimes certain actors and actresses can transcend a certain character, and just like in Doctor Strange, the ancient one is a Chinese male, but girl, she killed it. She was believable. So there you go.
I think the problem is the fact that the IP owners are doing it. Okay, so let me clarify. Okay, I am so for public domain. Okay, I believe that a writer should get paid to write and not magically own the rights to an idea. Okay, I don't believe in that. I believe that we should have a universe where if someone comes up with an idea and it becomes popular, other people should have the right to make their versions. I would love if I knew that, Chris Knight's Superman was ABC, but Danny's Superman was XYZ. Whether it was black, white, race, whatever, don't give a shit. But because it's separate, what we're seeing are the IP owners changing the direction of their character. And I think that's what's pissing people off.
But you just said the right. Yeah, go ahead, Danny.
So go ahead, Danny. Make sure I get this right. So you put all your blood, sweat, and tears in Project Prometheus. You get it out there and it's for the world. But I take Project Prometheus and I totally change it. You ain't got no say so about that. Don't care what I do to it.
No.
You crazy.
Matter of fact, I love that he brought that up.
What if he does it for the worst?
Is made for you to be able to do that.
Okay, so
what if take it and you can dress it up and do whatever you want?
Right, but what if someone does it? What if someone does it and does the opposite of what you want Prometheus to do? You said free the net, but what if someone's able to take Prometheus and do it to a point where they can monetize everything and not give it back to the people?
We already have that. It's called YouTube.
My point is they're taking your thing. They're taking your thing. You're okay with that?
That's fine. I believe in that. That's my beliefs.
That's fine. But my thing is
no problem with that. Because you know what? When I come out with my version and people find out that my shit is better, they're going to come to me.
That's kind of like how Tony Stark, they took all them weapons and did all that evil stuff, but he didn't know nothing about it. Then when he found out what they was doing, he damn created an Iron Man suit and rectified that shit. I would feel some kind of way if I made something for good, or if I was doing something to help the world or help one of y'all or whoever the case may be, then somebody take it and pervert it and make it something totally crazy, I would have a serious problem with that.
I would agree with you.
I understand that. I'm not saying I don't have a problem with it. I'd be like, oh, fuck, that sucks. But I can't stop them. They have the right to do that.
Yes, you can. If you are the creator of Prometheus, you got some kind of backdoor key or something to say,
no,
Hanzo, you're not doing that shit.
I do not own mathematics. Okay? I do not own an idea.
Fuck, I don't own mathematics either. I failed.
It's impossible because you know what? You know what the other side of the coin of that is? Right now, Danny, right now, copyright is obsolete. Okay? Because now, at a push of a button, a company can have a computer regenerate a character into 1,000 different versions of that character. So instead of that hard work you put into one character and you say you think you own the rights to that one character, a company can hit a button and 1,000 different characters come out with no effort whatsoever. Now they own all that.
Yes,
guess what's going to happen? Eventually, there's going to be. Let me finish, and you can talk. Eventually, there's going to be no more fucking things we can do because they're all taken.
Okay. So
look what they're doing with the multiverse. Now you got infinity Spider-Mans. So now the thought of having any kind of character that has anything to do with the spider is now taken because of these bitches creating the multiverse. Now they can call copyright on all the different iterations of Spider-Man.
Yes.
They didn't do it for Japan.
Because they are protecting what they created, and that's what copyright does. It protects what you created.
Though. All they did is put pieces together. It's like Legos.
But they did create
it. To think of a spider-powered person. They're not the first one.
But they're the first one to get it out there. What are you talking about? Yes, they are. If Stan Lee was the first one when he created Black Panther, there was nobody else with a Black Panther out there before. So he created Black Panther. He has the right to that character. Now, if someone wants to go and take a version and try and call it
no, they don't.
The Black Leopard.
Sorry.
You know what I mean?
Sorry. And they'll sue them for that, too. They'll sue them for that.
Pickles, look at the telephone.
Yes.
Alexander Graham Bell got the copyright for the phone.
Right, Danny?
Why? Because the lawyer was like 32 in line, and Bell's lawyer was like number 7. If Bell's lawyer was not in time before Malozzi would have been considered the inventor of the telephone, not Bell. Nobody makes
you do
telephone
not
have
have
to go
the
through
right.
the Bell process.
Just tell me what I can do. Period.
Imaging, copyright.
If I want to write a book about your idea, I get to write a book about your idea. End of story.
I hope you make this Prometheus and is what you say it is. Because I'm gonna steal it and I'm gonna fuck it up.
And I hate to say this. Well, I don't hate to say it, but this is one part where I'm gonna agree with Chris on this. You feel like you live in this little perfect box, and it's not like that, bro. You know what I mean? It's just a fact. It's true. It's not like that.
I get what you're saying, and that's because I get where you're coming from, and I wish I could say the English to like clarify on this, but you're right and wrong. It is that perfect. Okay? It is that way. It just isn't because humans are fucking it up. But we do live in that perfect universe that I'm magically see.
No, we don't.
Your head.
Yes.
Two things.
You have the right to do whatever you want.
Hold on. Chris hasn't said anything. Let him go.
Two things. I'll address the topic here. Two things. I want to pull out of the people who are here on the panel. One, how many people think that in the world we live in that this will ever statistically happen? That he'll get his Prometheus up and running?
Not in his lifetime.
Nope. Okay. Two, how many people believe that if God should strike lightning down on him and he becomes Iron Man and makes $1 billion and he's able to do this, how many people believe it will not be stolen and used for something that he has not thought of?
It will.
Against what its purpose.
It absolutely will. Everything is.
It already is the opposite of Prometheus.
Sorry,
is
guys.
all the platforms you're on right now.
They will take Prometheus and make it that.
It's already out. Okay?
They will. They'll take
censorship,
it and make it that.
Censorship, demonetization, centralizing. It already exists. You're already in that world right now.
All right, let me use an example of something. Okay, I know that y'all didn't watch the reboot of Equalizer, starring Queen Latifah. There's an episode of individual, much like LDG, some kind of computer genius. He made this. I don't know what the hell he called it, legacy something, but he could go on any computer, log in, use his algorithm, and he could get anything. He got into stuff. What's the big top secret stuff the United States did that computer? They showed he could anything he wanted to get into, he could get into. And Russia was after him, China was after him. They had to fake his death for the United States because if somebody gets that kind of power that you talk about, LDG, you won't live long. Because
that's the problem. That's the problem. He took the power for himself, and that's the number one thing. Prometheus, I throw away the key. People say, oh, well, basically, LDG, it sounds like you just want to do everything everybody else and you want to have the power. No, I am releasing power. I am sharing the power. The Prometheus gives you the power. Even if the government knocked at my door right now and I got knock, FBI, open up, right? Prometheus is out. Even I would have good luck. I got no fucking power. Prometheus is built to give you, the user, the power.
So
you are the server. There is no machine. There's no hard drives. There's no server. There's nothing here.
Why would you unleash that kind of power on the world when you know that?
Because I honestly believe that freedom will save us. And I'm a Trekkie, and I believe that we're not even on the road to Star Trek. We are on the road to fucking corporate, where corporations own cities, and you have the right to breathe only because a corporation says so. Okay? I believe freedom is the only thing that's going to allow us to be a civilization that survives outside of our solar system.
That sounds like marriage.
Seriously, any kind of, and I know. Wait, let me just say this real quick. And
go ahead.
Okay, I know this is turning into Prometheus shit. And it wasn't me, by the way. It was all these people who did that shit. Okay,
hey, it wasn't me.
I honestly believe that freedom of speech is the first step. Okay, freedom of your what you think of the internet is a shadow of its meaning. Okay, you guys. Even you guys watching right now, if you guys watch my channel, LDG of Geeks Enjoy, check me out. What you think of the internet, you have no fucking clue what the internet actually could be like. Okay? And if you had someone who created a program to unlock the power of the internet, you guys would have, it would be a whole nother fucking story. It would be like a whole nother universe opened up. A place where you can frickin', where your doctors will know what the fuck's wrong with you because the program is telling the doctor everything has happened. Every time you have a spell, every time you have your sugar is off, every time everything is physically wrong, what your doctor would know, and it would increase their ability to know that information to help you to live longer. Teachers, where teachers can wake up and teach on a dynamic core structure where you can wake up and have your choice of teachers and figure out who you want to learn from instead of being, force-fed what public school systems give you. Where you can tell a story where you can say Spider-Man and say, what's your version of Spider-Man? What's your version of Spider-Man? Oh, I like this guy. And then the person who originally created Spider-Man can see all of this.
Powers combined. I am
That was excellent, Daddy. Perfect.
Thank you.
All right, before we close it up, I'll give it like a 10-minute warning. Chris, what did you have to say on the matter?
Race swapping in movies and TV shows doesn't bother me as long as we've always said. As long as it's done where story works and they're not trying to shove it in my face. I haven't watched Equalizer yet, but I have heard a lot of good stuff about it. I watched the original one. I know that the movie with
Denzel
Washington in it is off of the original TV series. So they've done this before, and I liked his movies. And he does not look like the guy from this. What was it? Late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah,
80s.
Robert
80s.
Woodard.
Yeah, doesn't look like him, but it's an awesome movie. They're both good movies, and things I'm hearing about Queen Latifah doing this show is good stuff. So
I would just say I was a big skeptic, but
I haven't watched it yet, but I have heard good things. So
it's good.
I want to ask this real fast. Would people have a problem if they changed the color of Mr. Ed?
What?
Mr. Ed was a yellow horse. Would people have a problem if they changed the color of Mr. Ed?
Mr. Ed was yellow?
Yes.
What's the fucking black and white? How the fuck do you know he was yellow?
Because they dyed his hair yellow to make it more stand out. Common practice
black
for
and white
film back. Yeah, but
yeah, well, no shit. They do that all the time.
Yeah,
I mean, Vision's face was that
purple.
It was like purple.
Yeah,
it was straight up purple.
The Addams family was pink, so.
My thing is this, and at the end of the day, as long as you stay true to the character, it doesn't really matter what the color is. I don't think it does. You know what I mean? If you're gonna say there are characters that can't be race bend, I can agree with that. There are probably some white characters. I just can't think of any right now that can't be race bend. There are probably some black characters that can't be race bend. There's some Asian characters that can't be race bend, right? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, if you get those ones that are in between or that can be, who cares? You know what I mean? They stay true to the person's story. They stay true to the morals of Superman or something like that. Who gives a fuck what color he is? I think we see color way too much, and we try to find things to, oh my God, that's what's wrong. It's a black Superman. What the fuck, man? But what if that black Superman story is fucking great? What if it's amazing? You know what I mean? What if it's just a straight up good movie? Who cares?
And what if it's karma letting that minority actor or actress, whoever they be, whatever race they be, get their foot in the door?
Breakout role. Hello.
Why deny them the opportunity? I don't know. Just saying.
Good points.
I agree, but
he's like, I agree, but
listen, I completely agree. I just said this. I don't care if it's a black Superman, an Asian Superman, a Jamaican Superman, a fucking Russian Superman. I don't give a shit. Well, there was actually a Russian
Superman. Saw the cartoon.
But
that's a good one.
I don't care. The problem is that they make this like continuity. If you're gonna do a black Superman and you're the IP owner, create a separate instance. Like, don't try to make it the same story. Like, make it a separate, like a reboot. A separate reboot. And by the way, here's a thought, by the way, MCU or DC, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? You can have two reboots continuing. You can have the black Superman story and a white Superman story be completely separate from each other and keep coming out with movies one after another. You can actually diverge. You don't, just because you have one set of movies doesn't mean that way when the next reboot comes out that everything before it is done. You don't have to do it that way.
I agree with that, but guess what? We're still going to complain because there's some people didn't like the Joker, the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, saying that it was just had to be a crazy person that happened to get the Joker's persona or whatever. I thought the Joker was good. I thought it was realistic. Now, is it comic book accurate? Hell no. with Batman beat that Joker's ass, fuck yeah, like a doggone drum on Tuesday. But I think they should do more of the show, of that. They could do a realistic Penguin, someone that's dealing with deformities. They could do a realistic Catwoman. She could be like a runaway that was raped or whatever, came up through an orphanage. They could do all of the Batman characters in that light. But will they do it or not? No, they're more focused on doing the Joker 2. Why are they doing the Joker 2? I don't know.
And Elihu just made a comment in the private chat too, which
I was going to put it in a public chat, but I was like, oh shit, because you guys are talking. I'm like, okay.
No, but you were absolutely right, because I remember people were going crazy that they raced Ben Lex Luthor. And then Superman and Lois, they did a fucking bait and switch, and it wasn't really Lex Luthor. You know what I mean? That was so good. But my point is, even if it was Lex Luthor, it was one from a different universe. Who really cared?
I didn't have a problem. I didn't have a problem with him.
Neither did I, man. 100%. Neither did I.
I'm like, cool, a new version of Lex. How's this guy going to play out? That's what I thought.
Well, see, the problem is I would like to see this happen on another YouTube stream where big YouTuber says, "Oh, Black Spider-Man," or Black Superman, and the whole chat just says, "Who gives a fuck?"
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately,
I'm waiting for that to happen.
I know what you're saying, LG, because it's crazy. Those forums that I just I lurk in sometimes and seeing what. So much hate and
sells
and
it sells.
It does. And you know what? I said it last stream yesterday. I probably would have enjoyed Loki a lot more if I didn't lurk in those chats before watching it. You know what I mean? And it's but it's still it's like Danny said in his video. People look into it way too much and just take the living. They suck the life out of enjoying it, and that's what they do. Unfortunately,
that is correct. And that was either going to be a toss-up question. I was either going to put that one in there or this one in there, but I figured we did that on Danny's channel, so we'll do this one today. But again, I do appreciate everyone that came into the chat. I do appreciate everybody on the panel. We had a great show today, and what we're going to do is go around the panel so these guys can talk about their channels. First up is Mr. Comic Chat, aka Danny Graham. Talk to the people, sir.
How y'all doing? I am Comic Chat. Well, Danny Graham, aka Comic Chat. Last night, my show Chaos Conversation starts off the week 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 6 questions, 10 minutes. Last night was a very good fire show. We can turn it tonight. Good fire show. I'm starting to kind of like this kind of heated debate. Sometimes it can be kind of fun and energizing. Sunday nights, please catch JJ show on Roundtable on Bad Batch. It's getting better. Lord, some days is hard. Not his show. His show is fire. I'm talking about
the Bad Batch show. Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying, because I was like, what is he talking about? JJ's show?
Nothing at all wrong with JJ's show and his presentation. I'm just talking about the subject we're discussing. Sometimes it can be a little like watching paper.
Yeah, like I said, like I've been saying,
watching WandaVision.
It is definitely the slow burn.
But I'm definitely ready for Friday because
like WandaVision.
Round 2 of Loki.
Wow.
Good show.
It's tomorrow. Isn't it tonight?
Yeah, Loki's
tomorrow.
Yeah,
tonight.
Wednesdays.
Tonight. It's every Wednesday. It's tonight. Yep.
3 a.m. Eastern time. Midnight Pacific. Yep.
Yeah, it's tonight. I set up my thing for my watch party already. Next up will be Chris Knight, and I just want to say this, Chris. I know it got heated today, and I know you got upset, but it ain't nothing personal, bro. We love you over here. We all have taken it. You know what I mean? So don't leave here being mad at us or anything like that, bro.
This week.
We all take it, man. I've taken it. We all take it.
Real Review 3000 is my channel, guys. Please do me a favor. Go check out Odyssey, ODYSEE.com. The Real Review 3000 is on there. Chaos Central is now on there. Check out Chaos Central on Twitter, on Instagram. I have a Facebook, but I don't think it's up and running properly yet. We have the website, chaoscentral.com. Check everybody else out on the panel. And yeah, I mean, no, I don't. I'm good. So thank you for having me on, Onzo. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. You brought fire today, so don't ever forget that, bro. Regardless of whether we agreed with you or not, you brought the fucking fire, and that's what this show is about. It's about bringing fire, man. So respect to you on that. JJ, you're up, sir.
Hi.
Yes, I am. What? Huh?
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Hi, how you doing? What's going on, guys?
I couldn't help that one. Sorry, guys. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy JJ. You can find me 3 places on Sunday. Here on KS Central for the Loki Roundtable. Then after that, I got my Bad Batch Roundtable, and then later on that night, we got either Jackbox Game Night or Name That Tune over on Honstar's channel. Then Monday nights, you'll find me on my channel. I do a weekly live stream called Randomness at its Finest. Random panel, random topic, trying to still work the bugs out, but we're almost there. And then Tuesday night, you'll find me here with these fine gentlemen on Big Afford Entertainment and Chaos Central for the Chaos List. And every once in a while, I'll pop over on Chris's Rumble for either being a contestant or a combatant, as I like to say, or sometimes I'll come in and change it up as a wild card. Thanks for having me on, guys. Great to see everyone.
No problem. Glad you made it. Next up, Gaishka, talk to the people, sir.
Basco Scenario. Check out my channel for some cool reviews, random streams, gaming clips, DIY stuff. Like Danny said earlier, we start Sunday with the roundtable for the Loki, then the roundtable for the Bad Batch, then Mondays 9 p.m. Chaotic Conversation, Tuesdays 9 p.m. Chaos List, Wednesdays 9 p.m. The Rule of 3, 10 p.m. on the OC, and today at midnight the Game Changers over at Roberto's channel, Trendy Mendy. So tune in there for some relationship conversation. So that's always a different twist to what we usually do.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
LDG, you brought some fire today too, brother.
Back. We think you leave for good. And now, please welcome to the stage, Pickles.
Boo! Boo! Boo!
Want my money back.
What's going on, guys? LDG here. All right, so real quick, YouTube, LDG of Geeks Enjoy. Also, Geeks Enjoy IT. Also, Geeks Enjoy watch parties. Also, Geeks Enjoy live streams. Also, Geeks Enjoy rants. That's right. Check us out, guys. Oh, don't forget, just flat out, Geeks Enjoy. All right, guys. Some guy here just trying to change the world before I reset. Having fun. I've been taking a hiatus for a couple of months, but it's almost time. Nerdrotica.com. Okay? Think of it like all your platforms without the bullshit. Okay? You guys can be checking it out. It's going to be going live at the end of the week. You can check us out. We're going to have YouTube creators out there. Think of it like a content provider, social media platform. We'll be able to post videos in the whole 9 yards and have everything rolled up into one. So we're going to have some fun. And also, Geeks Enjoy Nerdrotica. Remember, when geeking out is a turn-on, it's not porn. It's Nerdrotica. Home of late night nerdgasm, guys. Adult chat. Saturday night, 12:15 a.m. Thank you so much. Awesome night tonight. And one of my best outros ever. Love you.
And just so you guys know, he forgot Geeks Enjoy Mandingos. That's another channel.
Yeah.
Thanks for, okay, that was coming. Okay, I was going to release that later, but thanks for letting the cat out of the bag.
Well, no, Alonzo, that's
Geeks
what the
Enjoy
Geeks Enjoy is for, because you fill in the blank.
Well,
yes,
well, it's for when it's Geeks Enjoy Mandingos when size matters. Really?
Size matters not. Yoda.
Okay.
LDG, I'm sorry, Elihu, you're up next, brother. Talk to the people.
Hey, peoples. I am showing YouTube because I can be found everywhere and nowhere at the same time. And sorry because my camera keeps on freezing right now, as you can see. Yes, fuck you, LDG.
I got you.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Hey, what the hell am I looking at? I have no idea. So, well, if you want to find out, tune in Wednesday at 12 noon Pacific time. Science, astronomy, astrophysics.
Yo.
And I have no idea what I'm looking at still. I think it's Danny's ice cream he's eating. I'm like, what the hell? You're not sharing, man. Come on.
What are you going to say, Danny? What are you going to say, Danny?
Never mind.
All right. Jason Lee Tucker, you are last, my friend.
What's going on, Jason Lee Tucker? You can catch me on the Jason Lee Tucker Statement. We have the show on the Metal Taco Show on there. We talk about wrestling, pop culture, concerts, different things. I just posted a bunch of videos on there about some wrestling matches I went to this past weekend, so check them out. Also, on Sunday nights, I'm on JJ's channel for the Round Table, Bad Batch, and here on Tuesday nights. So, all right, guys, appreciate it. Peace.
Not a problem. Once again, thank you, everybody that came in. Do appreciate that. I do appreciate that was in the chat that watched the show. We'll be back next week, but like Aishka said, later on tonight, 12 EST, we will be doing Game Changers, so make sure you check that one out as well. With that being said, guys, we are out. Peace, enough respect, peace, love, and hair grease.
Boom!
I am inevitable.
All right, the Chaos List. Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. All right, Anzo, here we go. Take N and Z, then throw in a O. Anzo's the name, and this is the show. It don't matter what the haters say, cause everybody knows at the end of the day, the Chaos List comes on Tuesday nights. Describe it in word, dynamite. He brings fire to all the masses. He rocks a hoodie, a snapback, and a pair of glasses. Chaos List the second show of the week. Questions so fire that they make you speak about issues that are universal. We talk about shit that's controversial. Sit back, chill, enjoy the show. His crew is ready. And here's Anzo. Peace. Woo! Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Chaos List. Do not miss this. I'll say that one more time. Do not miss this. Peace.
Is there any stuff?